Good afternoon, I'm Joe Maalouf and welcome inside the CSM newsroom. Have you ever thought how professional athletes cope with their return from injury? Well, a little bit more on that later in the show. Wednesday afternoon, Game 2 between the Toronto Raptors and Brooklyn Nets wasn't necessarily a must-win game for the latter, but it's a crucial contest for them if they hope to make the first-round series of the 2020 NBA playoffs just that much more competitive. We picked this one up in the second set with Grigor Dimitrov on serve. After taking the first set 6-4, Aliassime showcasing his all-around game here in the second. Incredible defense by the young Canadian. Now, Ben, very quickly here, from a confidence perspective, how much is a sweep going to be good for the Toronto Blue Jays? But for now, we go to a team that has been underachieving for the majority of their franchise history, who welcomed a team that has been underachieving this season. Of course, I'm talking about the San Jose Sharks and Toronto Maple Leafs. Both teams came into the matchup looking to put a stop to their doubters. Now, there was so much talk from all the talking heads all over sports media on how would athletes be physically once sports resumed. Orlando Magic taking on the Denver Nuggets, jumping straight to the third quarter here. Canadian native Jamal Murray on the attack, crosses up to the defender and knocks down the jumper. Nuggets down by 9. Post-game, Toronto's netminder Jack Campbell said that this loss should be on him. He said he was just simply outplayed. And being outplayed is something the NBA's Eastern Conference is used to when compared to the West. But coming into the new decade, the young talents in the East could have something to say about the underlying rivalry. Of course, we love talking about the Jays. They're Canada's team. But who can forget about the big boys of baseball, the teams that spend the most and have not succeeded in quite a bit? Let's go to Yankees versus Phillies. In a perfect world, we'd be watching the reigning MVP and odds-on favorite, two-time MVP Giannis Antetokounmpo face up against the MVP winner this season if 12-year-olds were given the voting ballot in Zion Williamson. Starting in the second inning, Grichuk gets a hold of the Tommy Malone delivery, giving Toronto that 1-0 lead. Kat, I appreciate the flattery, but let's give praise to another Canadian here, Carter Hart. After a poor performance against the Montreal Canadiens in Game 2 of their first-round series, the Flyers goaltender shut out the Habs in Game 3 and 4. They are just one win away from advancing to the next round. Now onto the MLB. The proposed rule changes for this season have been made official. Pitchers now have to pitch a minimum of 3 batters. September rosters down from 40 to 28. Official 25-man rosters to 26. And 10-day IL stints for pitchers increased to 15. I'm joined here by Bradshaw Furlong. Bradshaw, let's go right into the matchup here. RB Leipzig, they lost Timo Werner to Chelsea at the transfer window. How does this team fare without one of the top strikers in Europe? When Giancarlo Stantigal drilled in the head, imagine the mental effect that has on a player. You're a hitter and get hit in the head with a 98-mile-per-hour fastball. Since sports has come back, it has been an absolute whirlwind of emotions. So much has changed in my life. But Cole, I do have to ask you, what has been the biggest adjustment you've had to make since sports have come back? But that's everything that we have for you tonight. Tune back in tomorrow at 9 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. for more sports updates and more news. For Joe Maalouf and Catalina Gillies, we'll see you guys next time.